10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Okay, let us try
3,
to do some
2,
practice and
1,
see.
0.
Okay, we are white here and we need to do something because black has extra row. Now I think we can come back. Here we have the fort, and here I think we have the check and take the rook. Here I think we have the check and take the bishop. Here we can probably take his loose rook. Um, Maybe this check and this check. And now we can take the rook and mate him at the back rank. Here we have a pawn, so he has to take the pawn, otherwise it's a mating pattern. And here I think we can simply go check and take the bishop. We should take with this pawn. We should take with probably this pawn. And now we take back. Here we have this check to deflect the rook and take the queen. Um, this one I think we will first take the rook. And here we have this check. I think it was wrong. Okay, we can take the bishop because queen is hanging. And now we can take this pawn. Here we have this move. And okay, so we made 35, not great. Our opponents made better. We came second because this guy Sohail scored 46. So it's okay, but we can do better than this. Let's try to aim for 50 at 50 count, 50 at least.
6,
We'll try to
5,
do more fast
4,
and
3,
do better.
2, 1,
Let's see.
0.
Okay, here we have pawn takes, check, back rank. Yeah, pawn takes, check, and now we can queen. Here I think we have mate in one. Here we have queen takes. Here we can deflect the king and take the rook. Here we can give the check. Here I think we have this checkmate. Uh, this one we can probably give check with bishop and now mate in one. Here we can probably do check. No, check was not correct. But let me take the knight. Let me take rook. And now we can take his rook. Okay, so this one I think first we take the knight and now pin the queen to the king. This one we can probably do fork with the pawn. This one we will take and I think we'll try to win the end game. Uh, Now we can probably, yeah, we can check and take. And here we have this move first, and now we can take. And here I think we have this move to deflect the rook, and now we mate. Here I don't see the right move. Maybe we can take and take the bishop. Okay, not bad, but we still have the same score, which is 36. So we need to try and be a way more faster next time. So we have the good accuracy, but I think
10,
the issue is
9,
we are playing
8,
a little too slow
7,
right now.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
What do you guys
1,
think?
0.
Are we taking it too slowly? Okay, so this one, I think we can check. The king moves back and we will probably mate him. Yeah, Arabian style mate. And here we have this checkmate in one. We have check. We have checked, take the rook, go and win the endgame. Here we can take, we can't take, but yeah, we can check and take the rook. We can check and checkmate. We can check. We can take the bishop, and when pawn takes back, we have a check on the back rank. Take the knight, and this one, I think we have a check, and we take the knight. The knight is hanging, so we have to look for hanging pieces. So in this case, we can take this hanging bishop. So most of the tactics are about identifying the hanging pieces, mostly. So this one seems little weird. Yeah, I here the rook was pinned, so we could take this one. I think it's more about uh checking, checking like this and then deflecting. Okay, this one is bad. We only managed to make 26, but our accuracy was reasonable. So I think we failed a few puzzles. So that's why we didn't manage to make too much. Let's try to target 50 for today. If we hit 50, we will move on to the next task, which
10,
is
9, 8,
uh,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
okay. We check and we take the queen. We give a check and we fork the king and queen. I think, yeah. We give a check. No, check was not correct here, but we have a checkmate here. This one, I think we can take with the force and we can checkmate him. This is good. This is the knight mate, where the knight simply mates. I think it's called scholar's mate, but I'm not sure. Here we can go and just take it, and this is a mate as well. I think it's called Arabian mate. We take both rooks. Now we simply defend our knight. How do we defend it? I think we didn't defend it correctly. So we can take the queen as queen is hanging. And now we will take this one seems good because we have a back rank problem here. Here this was a mistake on me. How can we take, maybe we can attack the rook and bishop at once, right? This one I think we can interpose. We can take and simply win with a pawn. This one we can get our rook in and checkmate him. Okay, so see the people are crossing even 93 other guys. So tactics, some people are very good with tactics. They are not necessarily good with positional chess. And honestly, in my case, I feel I have good positional understanding, due to which my rating hangs around 2100, 2000 to 2200. Because tactically, I am doing almost equal to 1600 uh, or 1700 on chess. Because most of the times I am down on tactics, but still I manage to win games because perhaps I have good positional understanding and I don't give very good opportunities to my opponents where they could execute their tactical eye. So this is the weakest part
10,
of my
9,
game,
8,
which I am
7,
trying to improve right now.
6, 5,
Tactics, if we,
4, 3,
I think somebody rightly
2,
said,
1,
chess is
0.
99% tactics. So if we can improve our tactics, definitely my game will improve by many points. Here we have a fork between king and queen, so I'm just gonna take it. Here we are playing black. We have checkmate in one. This one also we have checkmate in one. This one I think we can check him, and I think it's mate also. Yeah, it's mate with the bishop. And here we can check him, and maybe we can just keep. Yeah, here I think we have check and take the knight. Here we have this check and this checkmate. Here we can take the rook. This one, okay, how do we have a check? Yeah, we have a check and we take the knight. Do we have a check? Yes, but this check is better. Uh, this one, I think we can probably just ignore and keep moving. He can't do much. Yeah, this is one more check, and probably this. Here we can simply check and take the queen. This one, I think we can take the bishop. I feel so. What do we get in return if we take the bishop? No, not correct. So we are not managing to cross the 28 to 30, which is not good, not ideal, but we keep on trying until we get the win. So let me see. Uh, just give me a minute. Okay, let me start our next race.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I'm just
2,
aiming for 50.
1,
So
0.
as soon as I hit 50, I can move on to the next target. Uh, 50 is not easy for me, but what to do? Okay, here I think we can check and we can make this check and take the rook. Here we have check on the back rank, but I think we start with this check and use the weakness of back rank. Here we have check and he can't go to this, so I don't know what is the best move here. Okay, maybe I'll go here. And here we have check, check, and take the rook. Here we can enter, we give deflection and take. Here we have this check and take the queen. This one, I think it's a mate. Uh, this one, I think and we just, um, okay, this is checkmate. This is check and check and pin. Takes is good. Mate. I am unable to make to queen or anything. Okay, this was better. We managed to cross 20, 30, and 37. This time we did better and we managed to reach a better score. So it's good only. But let's try to get even more. Just give me a minute. Okay, so let's start the next race.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, I think this one we have to. हाँ आ रहा हूँ आ रहा हूँ 44, not bad. But see, the IM guy scored 92. We scored 44, but the IM scored 92. So I think we have to do much better than what we are doing right now in terms of puzzles. Just give me a minute.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, we already wasted some time, but not an issue. This one is made. This one take the bishop. This one for this. Take the knight. Okay, 38 this time, not bad, but we can do better, certainly. Just give me 5 minutes, I will be back. Okay, so before we begin, uh, let me give me a minute because okay, let me solve some more.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Take the coin, move and then the pawn. This one I think deflection. This one is maybe mate. Yes, not quite mate, but okay. And here, this one is mate. Hmm, Okay, guys. So finally, we managed to hit 50 this time, which is what we wanted. 50 should be is good. I mean, it's not great, but it's still good. So I'm happy that we managed to hit 50 this time. let's see if we can hit 50 this time. We will try to hit 50 once more and we will see if we can. Let's see. So let me start.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, this seems like a match. This one I think we takes. This one I think we take. Uh, yeah, I think this is good enough. Here we simply mate. Here we just kill the bishop. Here we can take this bishop and take the rook. Here we can deflect and take the queen. Here we can give the check and win the bishop. Here we can check and probably ready for checkmate. Here we can take the knight. Okay, we can take the rook and take the knight. Here we can take the bishop. Okay, we can, yeah, I think I mismoved. Here we can take this and what shall we do? Maybe attack the rook. Hmm. Here we give some sort of check. Here we have almost king in the mating net. What shall we do? We give check. Uh, we give check. We give check. Okay, 35. Not great, but still we have made. I mean, the target is 50. We want to make 50, but we only managed to reach 35 this time. So let me try and see if we can hit 50. Once we reach 50, we will quickly move
6,
on to other things,
5,
other items
4,
in our
3,
list.
2, 1, 0.
Let's take the queen, check, check, and hit, check, check, and take the bishop, check, check, and here we can make the queen. Here I think we can win the queen. Here we have take the bishop simply. Here we can actually win the rook. Here we can make a ladder and make a queen. And here I think we can simply take the knight. Here we can take the queen and take the rook. Here we can simply take the knight and take the queen, win a piece, win the game. I think here we can make a queen. Nobody can stop us. Here we can simply try to solve the position and take the bishop. Here we can take the bishop and now interpose with the rook. Here I think we can somehow take his knight by check. I'm not sure though. Here what kind of check we have? This check? Okay, excellent. So we managed to get 250 again this time. Although we can see this, but there is this IM in the, he is also competing in the puzzle race. And I can see this guy managed to reach 91. So if we want to get as good as even IM, we have to make 80 to 90 in the puzzle race. So that would suggest our puzzle or tactical abilities as good as the top players. Currently, we are okay, but nowhere close to the excellent players or the players over 2100 or 2200. So all of them are consistently scoring 70 to 100, even 70 to 90, not 100. But most of the time they are 65 to 90, as I have seen. So we have to, we have to improve. Even this guy who scored 65, he's 2600 rated in the bullet. And although his blitz rating is not as good, but his bullet is 2600. So tactical training definitely helps you improve your bullet and blitz both. So if you want to be a good bullet player, you need to see tactics with the tactical patterns in a in a moment, in a second. You cannot calculate in bullet, so you have to see the tactical patterns. So once you start seeing the tactical patterns, you can definitely win the games. But without tactical patterns, it's hard to win the games. Okay, so we did already manage to solve it. Let us solve some tough puzzles and then we can see what to do after that. Okay, let me see. Let me see. All right, how do we solve it? Let me see first of all if we can draw the arrow. Yeah, we can draw it. Okay, so one of the things I notice is we can push this pawn and simply fork. But I don't think the problem is that simple. He can probably double his rook and we can take the bishop with check. So what else he has got? Why is it even a tough puzzle? I don't see it. I think we can push the pawn. Let me push the pawn and see what he's up to. Okay, so he didn't protect it and now he's planning to come here in the on the back rank. He's trying to hit this and on this file. He's planning to come on this file, which I won't let him come. Yeah, he's planning to come here, but I won't let him come. Okay, so what shall we do? We can take with check also. Let's take with the check because no, this is not correct. I think we should have protected this. But if we have got queen over here, he had knight over here. I mean, he had knight over here. So I didn't wanted to put queen here. So probably best move was queen here, maybe queen here. So this would prevent rook from coming in here and attacking the queen. He would still come the rook here, but we would have taken the rook in that case. Yeah, so let's try again. Maybe. So let's play this. No, this is wrong. What is the move here? Do we take the rook simply? But then this check. Okay, this check is coming, but I think we can block it. And we can block it. And he didn't have anything. So no, he has this. If we block it and if we take the rook, we have this move. So what is the right move here? So what if we take this? Yeah, so this is what we saw, and here we thought we can block it like this, but I am thinking the bishop will come in here if we block it on the back rank. And if it takes, okay, I see. If bishop comes here, we push this pawn, and it's two squares away from connection. So that way he cannot block effectively. Just give me 1 minute. If the board is not visible. Okay. So let us try some more puzzles now. This one I think we could have gone. It was very difficult to be honest. I didn't have that clue what was happening in this one. Let's just let's solve the next one. Where we tried this, we block, and yeah, this is the right solution. But why the other solutions are wrong? For example, I took this, and he would have to take. What is the material count? We have a, and now we have extra coin. I mean, we have coin for row. This probably be winning anyway. But why this solution is better? So he's taking, saying we take the rope. Okay, we take the rope because we get even more material. And we have to worry about this chest. Check, we block it. The guy comes here, we push it, and the queen takes, this take, rook takes, and the pawn is coining in this case. Even if he tries something like this, oh no, he will not try this. He will take this pawn. We will coin. And now this position is 100% winning. Even if it comes here, we have a lot of different checks and all. So that's why this position is winning. Okay, let's try to solve this puzzle. This is very difficult puzzle. Let's try to calculate with the check because we have the CCT check, captures, and threats. This is the order we should calculate in. Let's say if we raid with the queen, the king has only one square, back rank. And then we simply go to with rook to b1. Rook to b1, he will interpose with a knight, and and that would be mate, right? The queen or rook both can hit if you interpose with the knight. So what is okay? So this is not the right order. When we first hit, so if king goes inside on f1, it's a mate. We can see that, right? But let's say if we check him and king doesn't go inside, rather it goes here. Then what do? We check him again using rook here, and this time he will block with his rook. Makes sense. So we give check, king over here, rook to b3 check, rook to e3 defends the, and also it opens the square for the king here. So now what shall we do? Um, okay, maybe we will hit his queen now because the knight is pinned to the queen. We will hit his queen, and the queen doesn't have a square. I think so. Or does it? Yeah, queen does have this square where it can come. Then what do we do? Once the queen comes here, we need to find something. This check we don't have. We don't have. We have this check. We can't do this check also. So how will we attack the king from this position? Okay. So looks like if we play queen check, it looks like it's not going. I mean, it's gonna survive with this check unless we find something really good. So maybe we can play f5 in that position with the threat of queen checkmate. But I am not sure. No, not checkmate. The king can move back inside. And but it's this time if he goes up, then it can keep going like this. Queen g4, queen g4, queen. and the king will come to f3, and when we go to h3, the king will go back. This is the problem. What can we do about it? Think of the options. Any suggestion? You can write in the chat. Um, okay, let me think again. One more time. Do we have any better moves? The queen doesn't look trapped, but can we start with rook here? Rook blocks. Okay, let me think again. Um, okay, we go this check. King moves here because the other one is checkmate. Now, now I'm thinking instead of giving rook to b3 check, why not we first hit the queen? Hit the queen, so the queen moves from here, this square. So the queen doesn't have lot of squares, so it might probably come here. Now we have to find something. Queen is here, Pluto here, queen here. Fine. Yeah, now we can give this a check. The king would move here. Check. King moves here. Now we will this check probably. The king comes here. It's not getting, I'm not finding the move to checkmate him. I don't know why, but I don't get the move. Let me think again once more. Okay, so we give this check. The king comes to f3. Queen h6 check, h3 check, king f3. Makes sense. Now we give this check. We are making the way for him to get out. But let's see. Let's see. Let's check. Let's see. Let's see. Rook here. Rook here. Now we attack the king. Attack the queen. Queen moves to e7. Now we have this check also. But the problem is his king can run here. Now maybe we have this check again, but he can again defend with his rook. So he is escaping in this. Let me see if we can check. King here. Now attack the queen. Take the queen. Here king can move back also. Let's see queen moves here. Yeah, the queen moves here could be mate. So the queen can't move here. Let's say queen moves here to keep square, reserve square. Then the rook check will come. King moves here. Now I think we have this bishop here. Looks like it, but what if can your queen moves down in the last one? Instead of up, it moves down. Then we check him anyway. And the king moves here. And then we give this check. I don't see the move. I don't see the move. Do you guys see any move that we can execute here on this position? Well, let's try to calculate some other things. Is there any other move we can try? Maybe we can try to trap his queen by playing bishop h3, and the queen would only have the same same file, just one square. The king has one, queen has one square, or the queen can come here. So let's say queen comes here on f6. Then what do we do? Is there a way we can why just f6? The queen has this also. So we can't trap it. No, we can't trap the queen. Let's see. Let's try one more. Queen h3 check. King to f3. Trying to run away. Now we have to come with something. Uh, King to f3. Next we attack his queen. Queen moves to e2, e7. Now we give the check. So before giving, yeah, so let's start with the check first. And now let's see. We cannot trap the queen, so no point. You can hit with the rook. So the correct move is either this or this. Now see, let's calculate both. And so if we hit this, the queen comes to probably here, and then we give this check. The king moves. Give and check. The king moves up. Now we give bishop check. Okay, I don't see it. So let me first start by this check. This check, rook to f3. King goes to f3. Now I play this. This or this. Let me play this to hit with tempo. The queen moves. So now let me check with the rook. King moves. This time. Give one more check. It moves to background probably. There or here. Okay, I will start with this one. I don't see the solution, but yeah, it's wrong. I think this is right. Okay, none of them are right. So maybe this or this. Wait, why doesn't he go here now? Okay, so if the queen would have gone here, we would have, the king doesn't have any points now. This is the problem. So now we give this check. I put interpose, check that I can book interpose, and we take the root from takes. Here we have this map. Okay, so check king to here for the most. If we try to remove his bishop, we don't have time. Okay, bishop check. Here, and now we got this check. We have square, and we can take. So if we take this pawn from this, we take this pawn, knight takes, and do we have a mouse? Okay, let's take the knight. Because if we take the knight, you have this check. No, it's not a check, so it's fine. We can take the knight and we can renew the threat. Let me take the knight because we cannot sack the bishop because we have a checkmate next, so he has to react. Okay, we are not able to solve any problem today, unfortunately. Most of it we are getting wrong. I have to focus more because all the problem we are getting wrong right now, which is not a healthy sign. Mhm. One of the things I see in this position is the queen and bishop battery, which can lead to a possible checkmate. But the battery is currently stopped by our own knight, and if we manage to remove the knight, then yeah, we can win the game. One. Also, other thing I see is the queen attack, rook attacking the queen. So we have to address one threat, but we can address this threat by giving a bigger threat, right? So what if we take the pawn on g7, g2? King takes only option. Now we can give this check, and if king moves back, we can take the check, and that would be checkmate also. But if king comes here, again we have this check. Okay, I think we have to sack our queen in this position. Now, now let's calculate what is the best move. So we calculated knight to c6. Let's also calculate knight to e3. Knight to e3, double check, as a king to g1, and now we don't have a follow. We can take the rook, but that's not good enough. So I won't go with this move. Let me think of another move. Maybe knight to f4, double check. Knight to f4, double check. King comes down, attacking the knight. Now we have this check, but but queen can take it. So we have this check, then check, and king doesn't have much squares except for this, right? And now the bishop check is made. Okay. What if it goes inside? I give this check. So king goes inside. Double check, king goes inside. Okay, if it goes inside, this is mate. Okay, nice. And let me calculate once more. Knight to f4 check. Knight to f4 check. King to g3. Knight f4 check. King g3. Knight h5 check. King has only one square, that is king h4, and now bishop e7 mate. Okay, looks good in my opinion. Exactly. So we saw this coming even before. I mean, we said played the same thing in our calculations. So yeah, this one was a good one. We identified made by sacking the queen. Okay, how to win this one? Black and white pawns are equal, but white has a pass pawn which is blocked by his bishop, and black is trying to take our one pawn, rifle pawn on the edge file. So probably we can save this pawn by doing this, and then start hitting this his bishop and win the game. Is there any faster way to do it? I don't see it because white's all pawns are on light square. We cannot win it any faster than this. And so we cannot hit the pawn on increase. So I will go before it. Yeah, now we can hit his bishop. Once he moves his bishop, we will restrict the activity of his king by playing king d3 instead of king b3, and also prepare for a pawn move. So once we play this, it restrict his king on this square, on restrict his king activity, and then we are free to move our pawn up. And he will eventually have to give his bishop for this pawn, and he will lose the game. So I think this is the right one. Okay, this is a good try, but we take from with bishop and not let him get the pass pawn. One was a good puzzle, but I think it's not that difficult. Felt like easy to me. Okay, in this case, we have a pass pawn. White has got four pawns, and we have four pawns as well. We have one pass pawn. A pawns are looking at each other. Black is threatening to take H, and then we take back. We will also get a pass pawn. So let's see what we can do. Maybe we can deflect his king here, and probably by playing this. And if we comes here, we we probably take this, and now he takes this. Now we come up, and now he will have to simply move his king to give one more box. I think this is the way, unless there is something even better. What if we start by taking this? The king takes, and we don't get the entry. If we hit this pawn up, the king goes there, and he can take. So I don't think it's a good move. Let us start with this. No, it's a wrong move. What is the right move order? I don't get this one. Why to move? Because I was seeing this variation. Hmm, this is what I saw. Um, Move the pawn here. He has to be careful. Okay, he didn't have to react. He could have taken this. I take back. And now he comes here. Take the pawn. We go here. Take the pawn and simply chill. Hmm. So that's why we decided to. That's why we decided to take this. And now he has to take ideally, right? We have this double pawn. I mean two pawns, two pass pawn. So he cannot take them, and we will win the H pawn and win the game. I think here the right move is this. So let's say I play h4. Let's say I play h4. If he takes on h file, I will take on f file, and my pawn is 3 squares. So, and if he tries to move his, this is 4 square, and that too I can stop because I think I am this. Yeah, I think this is the move. I will take on f. I shouldn't take on f because if I take on f here, he can do. Sorry, let's say if I take here, uh, play this, you will play this, I will play this, and he will play this, and just save, and then he can run. So okay, so technically he can save this pawn. So I think I have to play g5 because now g pawn he can't save. Now I can even come here. Yeah. It's tempting, but after this move, I don't see the continuation. What if I take and he takes, take. Now, what are the threats in the position? This is the threat in the position. Hmm. If I take and he take our rook, and we play this. And he take another rook, we sidestep, and there is no check. Yeah, this looks like a good move. So we managed to solve it by process of elimination. We identified that there is no. So we had to know this tactical pattern of this. Once we know the tactical pattern, it becomes very easy to spot. So we knew that this box is a tactical pattern with the pawn on F, and then everything else is not needed. So we end up sacking and gaining time. This is how you solve this. We'll try to go to 2400 today. Right now I'm 2318. Let's see. This move comes to my mind right away, but then he probably plays this. Now probably I have this. Check. King can come here also, and the rook can also take. The queen can take. You know, Let me start once again. Uh, this check is there. What? Do we have any other check? No, we have only one check in this position, and I think we should start with this to get because we are down one pawn also, so we have to be a little accurate. And here he has one move only this, because his queen is pinned, so it can take the rook over here. So he comes here, which is pawn to a5, pawn to h5. No, sorry, king to h5. King to h5 means maybe we check him now again. This time to narrow the box to h5 in this check. And I think again he has two moves only. Again, this one is to block with rook, other is to block with the queen. So let's say he blocks with the rook. If we take it, I don't see the move. Takes on G5, takes on G5, king takes G5, queen takes G5, king takes G5, and can we win this one somehow? I don't think we can win this one easily. Maybe we can attack this pawn over there, but that's not a victory, sure shot victory. If we attack this pawn, we can simply defend it, among other things. So I don't think we have to win it by attacking only. So we play this moves. So here this one move. Now we give check. How many checks we have in this position? I think we have only one check. Don't check this. And other check we have is this pawn check. Let's calculate pawn check. Pawn check. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, but we let by this mate. You cannot take with queen takes. Maybe rook takes then. Rook takes pawn. See a move in this position. Any idea what is the move here? Stylus. No, no, think about it. Check. King here. Now pawn check. Queen check. So let me take argument of the element. Okay, frame check might be there. 6 weeks, link text, not text on. Mm. So we have two options, two candidate move. This is one, second is this. Let's calculate both. If we take the rook, we are winning the game. But the problem is, if we check from h1, we will go to g, we will go to g6. If we check with b6, we will go to h5. And now we have to find the move. Which one is better and why? We calculate b6, check, king to h5. B6 into h5. Now, 6 check, king to h5. And now probably all the way on back. On it, king up. No, then square minus here. It's on checkmate. Uh, yeah, Okay, so uh, if we go here, we will take book. So I think this is a good move. Just simply exchange and win the game. I won't see any good option. If I give away the coin, he's coming with the 10-4. I think this is the only good enough. Now I'm winning. Yes. Takes, takes, check, um, check, check. So we are saying takes, takes, check. Now we give check on the rook, king here, and the bishop here. It's both the king and the rook. But does he have any better move? When I take the pawn, he can ignore, can't ignore. So take the pawn, he can take the bishop. No, we can't because I probably can't. I take the pawn, you take the bishop, and I go here, and this is good. Yeah, I think right move here is to take the pawn and leave the bishop hanging. Now I have two moves, which is for take the pawn or take the bishop. If I take the pawn, bishop might come on this diagonal and maybe give it away for the. But if I move the pawn up, he has only one option, which is to come behind it. Now, next I will take this pawn and threaten to queen. He will move his king here. And I am not winning. I am not able to queen because the rook can come behind this pawn if I move it now. So West probably I will take take here and the bishop can come here. I will take the bishop. Or I will connect the pawns maybe. I will connect the pawns. If rook takes. How to win this? We are doing okay, but I have seen that this might fail to this. Hmm. So I think we have to take the pawn with the goods. And now to defend, he cannot even go to back rank, so we'll bring the bishop here, which is forced. And now the bishop is defending the queening square. Can I play this? You can simply take, right? Because he's ready to give away his bishop anyway. Even he can go back now because bishop is covering this diagonal, so I can't move. I think I should take. Oh, this is the wrong move. I shouldn't queen. What should I do? Oh, I should pin the bishop because now the bishop is pinned to queen, And the next move, I can take the bishop. For example, he moved here. I take the bishop. He cannot take. He take with pawn and just this. And now this is winning. Wow, very good one. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Doesn't help us in any way. Or does it? Bishop takes. Knight takes. And now queen takes b2, threatening to take this. We check. And if we take a knight, we take this to check. Is there a better thing we can do? See, queen and both queens are also lined up. So if we take his queen, that's also a good one. But there is no good discovery to take advantage of the gap between the both queens. So I don't see this. Maybe if I go here right away, it's not good because too many things are hanging. My knight is hanging, my bishop is hanging, and it doesn't even come with checks. So I think I will come here and just then it would come with check. Let me try it. No, wrong. As always, this is also wrong. But what is right now here? Then one takes is not good. Okay, the knight is the right move. Okay. Hmm. Now we play this. The, what did we get? We get a bishop for free. But I thought we had. I mean, the position simplifies, so it's a good move. But I thought we had similar benefit with the other move also, other move order also. I mean, we could have forced like this, right? For example, this king takes. No, not king takes. Sorry, the knight takes. Yeah, knight takes, and here we can give away our knight for bishop for the rook. So it would be knight for rook, but now we got a clear piece. Okay, so this is better. Hmm. Here the queen can take because if knight takes, take this piece, our bishop will take. Okay, the knight takes bishop, knight takes the bishop. Take the queen, simply winning a piece is the right move here. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, let me try a few more puzzles. Uh, let's see what is up to. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, can you solve this puzzle? Solve this one. How do we solve this one? Okay, let's see what we have here. So we have a lot of pawns on each side. This side seems locked. I mean, this side seems locked in the highlighted square. This side seems locked to me. So we can probably play on this side. But this side there is a pass pawn, which we have to take whenever possible, whenever he gives us chance. So let's play on the king side. Let's get a pass pawn on this side. So how do we do it? We start with this and then we play this. We will take and we will take and this pawn lands. And can we start with this right away? We will take. Maybe he can play h5 and then I can't take also, or I can play this. No good, no good. He will take back. I feel like starting with h5. Let's push this and then take back. No, I feel like we should start with h5 in this position because that would be uh, what do you think? What is the right move here? Is it starting with pawn to h5 or we should push the g pawn and make a pass pawn? I feel we should probably start with h5. So if we start with h5, I feel that we can run the g pawn. Uh, but I'm not sure. This is by the way 2300 rated puzzle. It's not easy puzzle. It's all difficult ones. So we have to be careful. The most random emojis ever. Yeah, your emojis are good. Uh, Hello Chirag, how are you? Okay, so I feel like we should go for h5. So let's see, because I don't see any better moves. Okay, right move. Now we put this pawn on a file, which we have to take because we cannot rush and increase our like advance our pawns on the other side because those pawns are still three squares away from queening. So we have to address this threat and first come here. Let me come here. He just made bishop. He wanted to confuse us. I think we will take it anyway. Okay, good one. So this was 2300 rated puzzle, and yeah. So what do you feel about this? Was it easy for you, or you guys managed to figure it out easily? So this is the right move, by the way, capturing with the coin. And by the way, what happens next? Maybe he can capture this pawn, but the thing is, we can make a pass pawn over here. We just push this, and if he takes via this, uh, we take, and if and he has to move his h pawn. So finally, h pawn will be queening. So this is how we are winning in this game by queening with the h pawn. Um, yeah, king b1 is a little risky because this bishop, if he, if we would have let him bishop, play with the bishop, in the end when h pawn coins, he could push this pawn, and the h pawn would have been defended by the bishop. So that's why we had to capture the bishop here because we are getting a pass pawn on the other side, and his king cannot protect that pass pawn. So that's why it was better to take the bishop. At max, what will he do? He will take this pawn, this king, but we still have the pawn, pass pawn, and he cannot make any pass pawn quicker than us. And once we get the queen, it is like, okay, let me see. You're saying go back. Let me go back. Wait, let me go back to the starting position. So, so this was the position, right? Yeah, this was the position. So my ELO is around 2000. It is 2100 on 21 to 2300 on Chess and around 2000 on chess.com. But it sometimes fluctuates a little less or more. But more or less, it's 2000 to 2200 in short. So, yeah, so basically, we are trying to improve our tactical vision because I feel this is my weakest area. I recently analyzed some of my games through this feature. Lichess has this feature called Tutor where it analyzes all your games and it tells you why did you lose most of your games. So I find that most of the games I am losing is because of my tactical vision. I am trying to calculate every position, whereas I should have some sort of patterns where I should not calculate. So this is causing me to move very slowly also. So I have decided to do some tactics to improve that area. By the way, uh, moving on from here, my idea was to simply first advance the h4. So he cannot do it by himself because if we do that, h file is blocked. So that's why I played this move. So now the idea was to push this, and once he takes with his pawn, I take back with my pawn, and this way h file would have been cleared, and this pawn would have quit. So let me move on to the next one. Let's try to solve this one. This is 2348 rated puzzle. So it is a difficult puzzle. It's not easy puzzle. Any idea what we can do in this position? First of all, we see there are four pawns each and one knight each. Black is, uh, we are playing black. And I think we have got this pass pawn also, which is attacked by his knight. So what can we do? He is attacking our knight also. I think one thing we can do here is we can probably give this check. We can probably give this check, and when his king moves somewhere, okay, so let me give this check. The king moves here, let's say, and now what are we going to do? The problem is he can give this knight for this and maybe take our knight later. So we have to be a little careful here. Hi, Broski. How are you doing? So let me see what we can do here. Okay, we are playing black here. Uh, yeah, that's a good question actually. We are playing black here, and we have to try and queen our pawn. Uh, if we get to queen our pawn, we are good. So let's see how we can queen. Any idea? Knight to b3. Okay, knight to b3 is one move. We play and give the check. Let's say his king moves to c3. What do we have the follow? And what follow do we have in that case? Because we cannot move our king because his knight is hitting our pawn. So if we move our king, it will take. I don't see a follow up after knight to b3 check. This is the problem. And king to c3. Uh, Let us think once more before we go for it. Um, Knight to b3 check, king to c3, and now we cannot move. We have to move our knight somewhere. And he is also getting a pass pawn. So we have to be little careful. The king is defending, but what is your next move? After he comes king to c3, what will we play? We cannot move the king. We can move the knight, but we don't know where to move the knight. This is the problem. I don't see a good move here. This is a problem. Okay, let's play knight to b3 because I don't see any better move. See, it's a wrong move. Knight to b3 is the wrong move. So what do you think is the right move then? Because computer says knight to b3 is wrong. So let us see. I felt that knight to b3 might not be the right move here. I think the right move is simply to move our knight far away from his king, and then we can take his knight for this pawn. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. I think the right move is probably move the knight far away, and then we can. Okay, maybe move the knight here. Let me see what is the right. Okay, right move is moving the king, advancing the king. Hmm, weird. Why would it capture the knight? Now it's impossible to stop the pawn. Okay, this was the solution. I didn't quite understand it, why it works. Why wouldn't whites go and capture this pawn first before starting to move with the pieces? Wait, here, if white captures this pawn, what do we do? Okay, then we give this check and then we capture the knight back. This is the solution. Hmm. So we threaten to make the queen and we don't give the check yet. See, knight b3 check we had to keep in reserve because if we give the check earlier, we start with check, there is no point, the king will come back. So that's why we move our king and we force him to take here. Once he take here, then we give the check and then we take the knight. So this is how it works. So due to this, his knight he took the knight because this was winning anyway. He took our knight, but now there is no defense against making the queen. So this is why this is better. What is the ELO? What is your ELO, by the way, Broski? Okay, let's try this one. Um, so let me see. White has got two pawn, black has got two pawn, both have got knight. I think white can probably trap his knight. Yeah, white can trap his knight. This is what I see on the board. Probably by coming here first, we just his knight has only one square now, and then we can move our king here to here and probably capture his knight and win the game. Looks like the solution to me. Trapping his knight by playing knight to c3, and once he plays knight to c3, then we can simply trap it and win the coin. Hmm. Okay, let's play it. This one is 2300 rated puzzle, by the way, but I don't think there is a better solution to this. Uh, okay, so let's play this. Now, just go about trapping this knight. And now the knight had gave it away with for the okay, good one. So now I think we just come back and we are good. Yeah, I think I will come back. Yeah. So this one was good one. We managed to solve it very comfortably. Um, did you understand this puzzle? How it went? Okay, here the theme is queening or make the queening possible somehow. So we can start with this and then we can make a queen. Alternatively, we can directly go here, threaten to make queen. The rook will take, and if we take, he will take our rook. So we cannot take, but maybe we can play this. Two pawns each and take. No, not good. Enough. What can we do in this case? Mm, let me see what we can do. Yeah, just give me a minute. Okay, turn on the lights. Okay, let me see. Uh, what shall we start with? He also is having a fast pawn. So it's not just us who is having a, just that our fast pawn is more advanced compared to his pawn. But even he has got a fast pawn. So what is the, and we cannot stop it with our king. So if we trade the rooks and this pawn, he is winning. If I give this check, the rook takes, and now I don't have any good follow-up. So this check is useless. If I take this pawn, king takes, maybe, and then I advance this pawn, rook takes, and then king takes. And he has this pawn winning the game for him in that case. So I have to think more precisely here. If we come here, we to threaten this and this. First of all, it feels slow because this pawn will come here, and if we threaten this, takes, but maybe he can bring his king here. No, he can't bring his king here. If we come here, he can do this only. And now we play this with the threat to d2, threat of rook to d2, and probably when we bring rook here, he can come this way. Now we cannot play this anymore. Rook to c4. Rook to c4. Here you are saying rook to c4. C4. You're saying rook takes c4. See, if rook takes c4, the pawn will take c4. If the rook takes c4, pawn takes c4. Now, okay, rook takes c4, pawn takes c4. Now we go here because his rook will otherwise win the game. He takes with his rook and we take with our king. Now this pawn is simply coining. He's three squares away and we cannot come back and catch it. How will we win this game? How will save it in that case? And let's say if I give away this and come takes with the king, then he can simply bring his king back and save the pawn, and the rook will do the rest. So I think we cannot give our rook away without any substantial advantage here, and I don't see any advantage. I thought this move might make some sense, but when I'm calculating it deeper, I am I'm thinking that even this doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, not this one, sorry. This one hangs the rook simply. My bad. I mean, this one. I thought this move is somewhat okay because next we plan to move our rook here and then from here to up to trade the rook. But the problem is that he can bring his king in once we move our rook off here, and then we cannot advance our rook. Hmm. The problems are very tough. They are not like easy one line solution or mate in one. This seems like a good problem that you actually encounter in the games. So I think there is not much we can do. We have to stop this pawn also, which is f pawn. So probably we have to start by doing this, and then probably we can simply come here, even exchange this pawn and threaten this. Let's say we come here and rook goes here, king comes here, And now maybe we give away this pawn. The rook takes this pawn somehow. We come here. We come here. You advance the pawn. Let me go back. Wait. We come here. No, not here. We come here. We come here. You advance your pawn. White advances his pawn. And then probably we play this. Rook takes. And we come to maybe snatch this pawn. But then the rook will come behind that pawn. Yeah, we snatch this pawn. And the rook comes here. We poke it with our king. Wherever rook moves, we poke it. And if rooks get off this file, we come back and simply take it. Yeah, let me see a hint. Okay, the hint is very weird. It's the B pawn that is going to win this game. Okay, let me see. I think we play B4. We play B4. If he takes, we take back. What is the threat? Okay, maybe threat is simply to, there's no threat. He simply wants to go back and snap this pawn here. And we can, okay, I got it. We will go back, go out, and we will take this pawn, white pawn, and then we will take his rook for our pawn. Nice, nice, nice. Because currently our rook is also getting lost. If we take his rook by playing this, uh, he will take our rook also. So to solve this, we will first move our rook out of the equation, and then we will simply take his rook by advancing the pawn. So here I will play b4. I will, regardless of what he does. I mean, if he doesn't react, I will take and take twice and simply, get the position open. Let's say if he doesn't react, if we play b4 and he simply, no, not like this. If we play b4 here, he can play, sorry, b5, he can play f6. If we play b5, he plays f6. Now we have to be a little careful because he is very close to queening. And now we takes the pawn. He play f7. He play f7. And now we give check. King moves somewhere, maybe let's say here. And now we can simply come to the b file and we can collect this by playing rook to f8. And in the meantime we can also we can play this. Okay, we if we play this, maybe he will come here. Yeah, because he cannot even come here. Because if he tries to come in with the king to capture our pawn, we have our rook, which can anyways check him on this file. I mean, checkmate him. So that's why he cannot come. Yeah, so I think I got the solution. But I couldn't find it on my own. I saw hint. Now see, I'll show you. Okay, now let's say play the f7. We take, we check. King goes here, and now we come back to wrap it up. And now the king can't come first. You have to sit here, and I simply go and capture. This is the problem. Hmm. Okay, let's see this one. We have one check, effective check that we can play here. Check. Queen takes is possible, but we have to check this. Let's say king comes here. King comes here. After we give the check, what do we do now? Do we take the rook? Maybe we take this pawn. No, not this pawn. Or shall we go for this? Check. Bishop takes. Now we give this check. I don't see the move here. What is the right move? वैसा टिश्यू है, टिश्यू ये कपड़ा। हाँ, गंदा नहीं हो जाएगा ये? गंदा हो रहा है मुंह में। ये बटन खुद ही कुछ काम कर रहा है। फिर इसको ये हटा देता हूँ, पहले एक बार आगे देखो। ये भी बंदा मार खराब तो अब भी हो रहा है। टच
तो है भी कहीं ओरिजिनल ही हो।
ओरिजिनल ये लग रहा है।
वैसे है ही नहीं।
नहीं नहीं, तो ओरिजिनल ही तोड़ लिया आपने।
ये टेम्पर्ड नहीं है,
हाँ।
ये ऐसे ही है, मनु का है ये।